Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the most valuable player of 2018, Patrick Mahomes.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Lions, number 9, Matthew Stafford under center. And working with a new offensive coordinator this year who has said we are a running team. Not something you hear much nowadays, so it remains to be seen what that will mean for Stafford's numbers in 2019. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. A big run there by Johnson, 58 yards. They had trouble stopping the run last week in the loss, and here it rears its ugly head early.
You're supposed to try and get your confidence going after a loss like that where you gave up big yards running the football. This is not the way to go about it. It looks exactly as it did just a week ago.
Throwing a Stafford. He's got it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Golladay, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 7-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down. On first down, Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Let's go.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Flush to his right. And it's caught. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. KC last year on 4th down, 12 of 15, 3rd best in the league, and they're going again. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Hill on the return. Hill shedding the tackle. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Escaping the pressure right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, two teams, well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Chiefs have taken the lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back onto the field comes the offense. Let's take a closer look at Kerryon Johnson. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Stafford now to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Johnson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the 41, Stafford is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 1, and just like that, it's 3rd down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per complete?
Mahomes hit. He lost the football.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting set.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. They're going to try the jet sweep on third and long. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Dustin Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. To try again after the sack. Stafford. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. A carry now for McKissick. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, whether they want to let their return guy touch it.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we're under a minute to go here. What's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes going to throw.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Going deep downfield for... He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what they're...
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now Mahomes. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point safely through, and the lead is now 21-14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll run with McKissick. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
Derek Nottie came into the league with the reputation of being a good run defender, and he's done nothing to dispel that. Nice play there by him. And, you know, he's one of those guys, partner, that when you look at him in shorts and he goes through all the drills, he does just fine. But you put football pads on him, and he turns into the terror we just saw in the last play.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
That one goes for 30 yards. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
And this is caught by Watkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but in today's NFL, I wouldn't want to play defense. Too many great receivers and guys who are accurate, who can get them the ball. We've seen the result, days like this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So after the run by McCoy, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
Is under review.
Mahomes pass complete to Tyreek Hill. Touchdown, Kansas City.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Stafford. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Here's McKissick. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. Back now at Ford Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Stafford. And this is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. And that's caught inside the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Yellow. There's a wide right. Watch the screen. Pass.
Mahomes now on 1st down, eluding the pressure right. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
That's it, baby.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Amendola again the intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones has it. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. he might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. When plays break down, that's normally when Mahomes is at his best throwing the football, but as we saw, he can run it too. Last year, 60 carries, 272 yards, great elusiveness and speed, and the Chiefs obviously don't want him to be a running quarterback, but if he sees an angle like he did there, any opening, he has the ability to take it and run. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. On 2nd and 15 now. Mahomes. And an alley to run. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Open man is Ross, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now here's Mahomes. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Lions. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 6 there on first. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him again. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Sam Martin now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Watch out for Hill on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Mahomes going to throw. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down. And again, it's Mahomes. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. But it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mahomes going to throw it here. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. But now it's 3rd and goal. From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Mahomes now to throw. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for Kansas City, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll